welcome to Move Through the Holidays, day 2. Today is finding your center, some gentle core work to see if we can find your core. If you haven't done day 1, I would go ahead and go back and do that one because we're going to build off of that breathwork foundation. You don't need any equipment today, just maybe a pillow, something you can lay down on. We're going to start on your back. So we are starting on your back. As always, I do a little bridge, tuck my shoulder blades underneath. You can use a pillow or you don't have to. I have my Jellie Bend on today. This is a band you can wear around your abdomen for abdominal compression and more support. If you are somebody that has trouble finding your core, this might be a good addition for you. I'm partnering with Jellie Bend to give away one of my services as well as a Jellie Bend at the end of this series. So if you would like to learn more about that, make sure you stay until the end of the video so that you can get more chances to win. Or if you want to order it ahead of time, I do have a discount code that will be listed in the caption to save you money, and that code will also help support me and the series and any free things that I give out. So we're going to start settling in, always tucking my shoulder blades underneath to create a little bit of space between my shoulders and my ears. I'm going to start with my knees bent, just like in the first video. Just trying to settle in and decompress a little bit. I'm feeling a little back tension laying here, so I like to do just a little side to side. Get a couple good little pops in there. All right. Do a little wiggle. And a deep breath. So we're going to start with just taking some deep breaths in. Hands on your low belly. We're going to breathe down into the pelvic floor as if we have a balloon. We are expanding that balloon. And then as we blow out, we are then pulling up a little bit. But we're not doing any sucking in, squeezing. Mostly focusing on our breath. So deep breath in and out, nice and slow. A little bit of a forceful breath, kind of like you're slowly blowing out a birthday candle. Or maybe some bubbles. A very small, focused exhale. Breathe in and out. I can feel just some tiny muscles working here. You may not feel it. That's okay. Or you might feel it. In and out. We're going to do one more really full breaths. So we're breathing down, but I'd say that last one I also felt up to my shoulder blades. We're trying to just fill our bellies, our abdominal cavity with air. Ooh, there was my core. Okay, so we're going to add onto it, little wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you're going to tuck your shoulder blades under again. And we're going to take a deep breath in. As you blow out, we are going to gently dig one leg. So let's say your left heel, whole foot really, is kind of into the floor. While you flex your foot and bring this one up, we're blowing out. So breathe in, blow out. If you start hyperventilating, just do a couple reps where you're not so focused on the breathing, or do it a little bit slower. So for one, I'm not bringing my leg way up at this point. We're lifting it a couple inches. I do like the heel flexed, and I'm sort of thinking about pushing the opposite foot up. So breathe in. As I push my right leg down, my left comes up a little, But I'm really like pushing with this one. My back's not coming off the ground, but I'm like creating an anchor here for this to come off of. So I actually feel more in this kind of glute area. Your glutes and your core work together to help tilt the pelvis. We're not trying to do like any significant tilting right now. We're trying to create support here. Whereas the opposite, your hip flexors and your low back work. And so a lot of people that have low back pain or really tight hip flexors or painful hip flexors, usually there's some dominance there where maybe we need to also figure out how to get these other muscles firing. We want all of them doing their job. It's not bad to work your back and your hip flexors, but we need to be able to work both. All right, we're gonna do 4 more on each side. Those nice deep yawns are also a great way to like let go of tension here to kind of get the right muscles active. So breathe in, push in your left, gently lift the right. Ooh, we got some shakies. And then breathe in and blow out. You see the shakies? Somebody commented once, we're going to keep going while I'm talking. Super slow. Somebody called them recalibration shakies or something in one of my comments. And I honestly feel like that's a really good term for it because it's not really a strength thing. It's just kind of as we're connecting and making these neural connections with these muscles, we can kind of get these little shakies. All right. Here comes another yawn. It means I'm probably not breathing deep enough. All right, one more on each side. Alrighty. We did it. All right, let's do a little side to side. You may not feel like you found your core yet, but that doesn't mean it's not working. Deep breaths. So my back is like gently rocking off. I'm not actually totally arching my back for this. I mean, you can probably go super far. I just want it to be really gentle. My knees aren't going all the way to the ground. I feel a little bit of low back tension, kind of pulling when I take some deep breaths in this position. All right, we're going to go up one more level today. So next level, tuck your shoulder blades under, create space between your shoulders and your ears. Do our little wiggle. Whoop, maybe not that much. Don't wiggle your neck too much or it'll make you dizzy. At least for me it did. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit more range of motion, same concept as the first one. So we're just going to walk your little toesies away from your body like, I don't know, 6 inches. And we're going to do it again. So deep breath. Ooh. I would say my hips are coming up a little bit this time, but I'm not arching my back. We're all keeping it in the glutes. Okay, keep going. You get a hamstring cramp or something doesn't feel right, you're just gonna walk your toesies forward. I'm gonna try to keep walking my toesies out. And the thing with strength and stability training, we need to add the tension and then we need to totally let it go in between each rep. The more tension we add, if we're not releasing it, it's not going to feel good. All right, shoulder blades under again. Let's do 2 more on each side. I'm walking my toesies away. Okay. I also, when I'm bringing this up, I know it's hard to see because I'm wearing a hoodie, my back's not moving. Some of you are, as you come up, you're gonna like tilt your back. We're not doing a crunch motion at all. Once your hips comfortable, but like there's gonna be your natural arch. Like you should still be able to get a hand under here relatively. We're not trying to flatten out your curvature. That's not natural either. And sometimes with like different like core exercises and stuff, people will automatically put their hands under their hips because that's the only way they can do it. And that tells me that we don't have enough stability here if you're having to use external stability to even do something like this. So if you can't, then it's probably too advanced of an exercise for you. So stick with the process with this boring stuff. It'll help you. All right. Walking our toesies away. Oh, I don't know. 1 more on each side. Okay. We're going to do that same thing, but I'm going to add 1 more focus to it. So I want you to think about your rib cage. Sort of right here, your sternum pushing down, like your rib cage can kind of come up and out and then down and in. Sometimes what helps with this is squeezing something. You can grab like a pillow or something. You can do that. I'm just going to use my hands. So I'm just going to come here. When I'm squeezing, I still like really tuck my shoulder blades under so that I'm not squeezing like up and just using my upper trap. So shoulder blades under, wiggle the hips, not the neck. Here. So my shoulders feel really great, engaged, set. So you're going to breathe in. Oh, walk my toesies away. Breathe in. As you blow out, push your palms together. Push, push, push. Think about pulling this right here, bottom of your rib cage, down just a little as you are squeezing and pushing opposite leg and lifting this leg. Let's see, as we're blowing out. Breathe in, relax your hands, blow out, squeeze, shoulders engaged, opposite leg down, and a little lift. Oh, there it is. Ooh, I got a really good pop in my back of my rib cage there. Relaxing completely, letting your rib cage kind of flare in between. And then as you blow out, there's another pop. I am actually starting to get a little bit hot. Squeeze and march. Any of these that are uncomfortable, just go back to the one before. And don't forget, you're still bracing yourself with the leg that's down and pushing into the ground before you lift. Squeeze, push, lift. And take a break. Ooh, that was good. Alrighty, you're going to take your hand, you're going to make a little cup, you're going to stick it under your neck. Depending on your problem side, usually people have very specific. My left side hurts, my right side hurts for like their neck area. For me, it's my right, so I'm going to cup this under, use my right hand, pull it under. I'm going to actually lift this up towards the ceiling just a little bit. So under, lift up. And then I'm going to pull away from my body Oh, and side bend. So if it's my right side, I'm pulling kind of up and away like this while actively moving my head to the left. If your left side is your problematic side, you're going to do this. You're going to come here. You're going to pull up to the right and gently move your head to the right. Basically what you're doing, instead of doing like an upper trap stretch, we are trying to kind of take the tissues, the skin, and just stretch the skin a little bit and side bend a little bit more. So we got an active component, and I usually get a really good pop with this. So a little bit of gentle traction. And try to take a couple deep breaths here. This is assuming that your shoulder can tolerate this. If not, keep it gentle. Just a little side bend. All right, and then I'm going to do both sides. Sometimes when I pull on my neck, I can feel it all the way down to my low back. That's on neural tension, which we'll talk about later. All right, last thing, bend your knees. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Ooh, did you hear that? Try to relax your jaw, tongue suction to the roof of your mouth, and you're going to kind of make a double chin. 25% of your range of motion. If you don't know what that is, then do like at least half less of what you think it is. Just a little double chin. Keep the jaw relaxed. Suction your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Teeth are not together, but lips are together. Little tuck. And relax. Shoulder blades under. Deep breath in. 25% tuck. And relax. Reset. May not feel a whole lot other than a little pull in the back or maybe a little something here. Reset. Keep it little. We're not flattening out your whole neck. If this gets bothersome, then elevate your head with a pillow or a wedge. This should feel almost like you're not doing anything. Alrighty. Take a break. If you get dizzy while doing any neck exercises, then consider skipping those exercises or keep your range small enough to where you don't get that feeling. We're going to slowly wiggle, wiggle, and roll over to our side. I'm going to actually sit up, but I am allowing the pressure in my skull to settle. The dysautonomia strikes back. This is our design. If anybody wants it, it's on my site. All right. Thanks for joining. This sort of core stuff, it takes repetition, and it's really about building those motor patterns, which is going to take time. We're going to have to think about it a lot, and eventually it will become easier. Stick with the process. It'll get easier. You won't have to think about it as much, and you can get to some more like traditional core exercises, but we've got to build this foundation to make that possible. So I will see you tomorrow. Just a reminder to comment something you learned about this video. Actually, hang on. While I'm talking, I'm going to pump my ankles because I do have a headache to try to help keep my blood flow centered. I'm going to bring this leg forward and backward as well. I get a little sciatic nerve glide. this gives you pull too much, you can point your toes and then flex. Point, flex. Okay, so while we do this, make sure you comment if you completed the workout, something you learned about your body or got out of it. And every time you do that, like once per video, you will get an entry to win a Jellie Bend and a service of mine. I'm gonna go ahead and set up. If you feel like you need to do that on the right side, on the other side, and then flip over and do it again. I was using it more to help myself get up. Drink some water with electrolytes, and we will see you tomorrow for day 3.